Hello Scorpio, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Scorpio for the middle of March. Now Scorpio, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Well, Scorpio, I do not offer personal readings, so if you get a message from someone, that is not me, that's someone impersonating me. Please do keep that in mind. Please do not get scammed. I also do exclusive content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But with all of that said, let's go ahead and see what we have here for you. Now, if you watch my content regularly, but you have not yet hit the subscribe button, please do consider doing that. It really helps my channel grow in a big way. Same is true if this is just the first time that you are watching me. All right, so we have an interesting sort of situation developing here with these major arcanas, but let's go ahead and get all of the cards out on the table and then make sure everything's in view, and we'll get right into it for you. All right, I think that looks just about good enough to me. Energy on the bottom, you have the Justice card. So number of major arcanas coming in here. In fact, you have 5 on this in this reading. And so that to me suggests that there are some pretty big themes, some pretty major themes that you may be working through at this moment. The Justice card is really an important message of balance, but it's more about karma. And it says that, the scales here represent the karmic scales. And so this is talking about a balance of the actions that you've taken. At the end of the day, the Justice card says that you will get the outcome that you deserve. If you have acted with integrity, if you've acted with respect and honesty and all of those sorts of things, this is a very good energy. Okay, it says that there's something good maybe on the way. If you have not, it can act as a bit of a warning sign. And that could just say, you know what, the Justice card could expose the situations in our life where we need to maybe make better choices, or even just be honest with ourselves around something, be brutally honest with ourselves around something. And so I'll be interested to see what's going on here, because I have to tell you, this is, there are, as I said at the start of this reading, it feels like situations are progressing here. And what I mean by that is you have this very interesting combination of the Temperance, the Devil, and the Hierophant, which we're really going to spend some time talking about. Don't see it very often, but they all sort of sync together in a pretty interesting way. So your overall message here in the middle of the spread is the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is about conformity, but you're actually not conforming. And I'm going to talk about that more at this time, or as we go along. But right now you're a total non-conformist, a Scorpio, for whatever reason, and for whatever situation you find yourself in. You're looking to take something, you're looking to take a non-traditional approach to a situation or a problem. The Hierophant says that there could also be marriage on the horizon for you, if you are not already married. But this could say that there is absolutely potentially a partner coming in for you here, as you have the Two of Cups and the Hierophant. If you're single, or if you're looking for something, or if you're looking for a deeper level of commitment between you and the person that you maybe are currently dating, the Hierophant's very good for that. But it also is about anything tradition. It could also be the place that you work or the organization that you are a part of, particularly if you work for a large organization, because this talks to maybe larger organizations. But non-conformity here is what's going on, or something that's non-traditional is what's going on for you here, Scorpio. And it's a very, very strong for me as the reader, showing up in the energy. In the past, you have the Temperance, the Five of Cups, and the Hermit. So we have these two major arcanas in the corners here in the past, helping to give us an understanding of what's going on for you right now. This Temperance card, interestingly enough, similar to the Justice energy, is about balance. The difference is the Justice card talks about the balance of karma and the balance of choices that we make. The Temperance card talks about the balance of our fire and our water, of our passions and our emotions. And, trying to have moderation in all things in our life, not overdoing something. the devil represents overdoing something. The devil represents impatience. The temperance card represents patience. Number 14 comes before 15, the devil. And so do you see how this is sort of starting to line up? Do you see how I keep sort of talking about how this is a very interesting combination to find as these cards go one after the other in the major arcana's journey? And so for you, in the past, I feel like you've recognized that you've needed to have patience about something. I also feel like your patience is up. Okay, I feel like your patience is up here. And you have this hermit as well, which represents, in this lower row, which represents potentially acquiring self-mastery around something. The hermit can say that you are a sort of traveler of the universe. As you see, the hermit is sort of alone on this path, which I like to call the path of the sage. Amongst the stars, amongst the cosmos here, and they've become wise. You can see that by the gray beard, you can see that by the lantern, the walking cane, all of that type of energy. And so for some of you, really taking the experience you've gained and building that up even more, you also have this Five of Cups, which can represent somebody who's sitting in disappointment. You can see they're concerned here around these 5 cups that are spilled, but there are 2 cups behind them overflowing. And I know this is cliche, but the 5 of Cups really suggests to you that it's important that you look on the bright side. That is the true message of the 5 of Cups. Now, putting this together here, you know, the Hermit can represent solo energy, being on your own. I feel like your patience is up with somebody. So let's dive into that a little bit more. In the current situation, you have the Devil, the Hierophant, and the 6 of Cups. So there are so many different ways that I could go with this, and there are so many different messages that are coming through to me. But you have this classic combination here with the Devil and the Hierophant of non-conformity. Okay, the Devil here, you can see just in the imagery that this is about hedonism. This is about something that is potentially impatient, or potentially, I always like to say that the Devil is a card of our shadows. And for you, the Devil and the Hierophant is literally non-conformist. It is a literal non-conformist energy. You have this paired with the 6 of Cups, which is potentially someone from the past, potentially an ex-relationship, somebody, a previous partner, or if it's not that, it can talk about nostalgia, anything from the past coming back in for review. So your patience here in the past, which you've had with the Temperance, is now running out with the Devil. And basically what this says is, if you do not achieve balance and harmony provided by the Temperance card, provided by the Justice energy, you will dip into that Devil energy, which is more about, which is more about our shadow, or something that we need to transmute, or something that we need to work through. And, you know, for some of you, this is around maybe divorce. You know, marriage is traditional construct. The Devil is the opposite of that. You know, for some of you, you may be going through or even thinking about that. For others of you, you may find yourself in a non-traditional relationship, right? Maybe there's like an age gap or something like that between the two of you, or there's some sort of non-traditional relationship or something like that going on here. Maybe an open relationship or something. I know a lot of people are maybe looking into that. And so, you know, this could be something like that. I'm getting that sort of message. Now, for others of you, what may be going on here is like you are clashing with somebody. If this is not about love, some of you are clashing with somebody in the workplace. I get the sense this could be your mentor, this could be your boss, or this could be someone in your sort of immediate circle as it relates to your career, that you're maybe just, your patience with this person has run out, something like that. In the future, you have the 3 of Pentacles, the 2 of Cups, and the 7 of Wands. So yeah, so there are really messages for both parties here. The 3 of Pentacles represents your teammates, your team environment, especially when paired with the Hierophant, which again could be the place that you work. And you know, this can refer to teammates, teamwork, anything like that. It could also say that you're maybe about to be rewarded for some sort of job that you've done, for doing some sort of good work. But, you know, more importantly here, this is about your patience here running out with somebody in your immediate team environment, or your workplace, or whatever it is that you do for your career. And I would just suggest that you firmly hold your ground here with the 7 of Wands. I'm not suggesting to you that you should snap, or that you should, in fact, I would warn I would warn to be careful of snapping on somebody or, taking it out on somebody or, any that type of energy because of this Seven of Wands. There is competition present around you as you have this organization card, you have this teammates card, and you have the Devil. The Devil would be someone who snaps, okay? It would be somebody who just goes off on somebody. And this Seven of Wands energy may say, stand your ground, stick up for what you know is true for you, but also try to do it in a way that's firm and maybe just calm, cool, and collected, right? So yeah, I definitely feel that. Now, if you're in this other situation here, some of you may have like a soulmate connection with somebody. In fact, the Temperance card can welcome in a soulmate into your life after you create balance, after you create harmony, after you have patience, and after you sort of heal something in your life. As you create balance, somebody enters. This could certainly be the case. I feel like it's just something that's different. It's something that's different for you, whatever that may be. It may even be a little non-traditional between you, and your patience with this person may even be running out, where it's like some of you may want an answer from this person as well. It's an interesting message that we're getting here. So let's go ahead and start to clarify. So you have, wow, very nice. So you have the Sun, the Knight of Pentacles, wow, the Star, and the Five of Cups coming in once again. So one card never makes a reading, just keep that in mind. And you have one of my favorite combinations, if not my favorite combination, with the Sun and the Star. I mean, who doesn't want the Sun and the Stars, right, in their life? The Sun is the best card to find in the tarot. It is total happiness, total power, positivity, victory, success, good things happening in your life. It is the power of the Sun wrapped up into one tarot card. That's what you get here when you get this energy. And it can say that there's also abundance when you get the Sun. It's really all good things. And in fact, the Sun even negates the challenging aspects of cards around it, and it augments the positive cards around it. This to me is about synchronicities potentially for you as well. The Sun and the Stars being a part of the cosmos, right? Being a part of the universe here with the Sun and the Stars. And so, for some of you, there may even be synchronicities happening around you and another person. There may be synchronicities happening around you in your career situation. But the Star represents a wish being granted in your life. It can also talk about new clarity coming into your life, or even developing healing as well. This is another major card of healing with the Temperance card and the Star. Two major energies of healing here. This person's in healing waters of renewal. They're dipping their toes in a healing pool of water, and they are pouring from it as well. And so it's a really nice card to find. It's also Aquarius energy. We are in this interesting situation with Mars in Aquarius. Some of you may want to research, some of you may want to do a Google search on Mars in Aquarius. It's a very interesting transit, and I think it's going to be bringing in some interesting things over the next month or so for us. And yeah, so this is something as well. Now you have this Knight of Pentacles, which can represent a financial event coming into your life in some ways, or just your hard work paying off. And then the Five of Cups, working through this disappointing situation, allowing yourself to feel, with the Five of Cups, but also not allowing it to hold you back. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, look, marriage, great fortune, false person, concern, main female, and pathway. Is there a non-traditional marriage for some of you? I'm not saying like not everybody is going to be doing this, and I'm not saying I'm not trying to like, I don't know. Is there there's like a non-traditional situation coming in here for some of you? What this could also mean is like maybe you're divorcing, and that feels like you feel a certain way about that. There may even be like a weird feeling that you have around that. Like maybe you feel there's an expectation that you stay with someone forever, but some of you, there could be a change. With this false person in this marriage. There could also literally be a marriage happening if you're not already with the marriage. It depends. It really depends. This is such an interesting message. Great fortune is the best card to find in the Kipper. You have that with the Sun, which is the best card to find in the tarot. Big things happening for you at this time in your life. There's no question about it. There is a new pathway being formed here as you have this pathway card. This is your true north, your true destiny, what you're supposed to be doing in this lifetime. There could be like a third party involved here. For some of you with this main female and false person. This doesn't have to be romantic. This could also be what I'm picking up on in this teammate situation as well. So yeah, Very interesting. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next reading.